Hello, I hope I'm audible. So today we are going to discuss. Hi guys, okay. So live session is started, and once you are available, you can just drop here the chat message that you are available. So I hope I'm audible. We will start soon. Let's wait for at next 5 to 10 minutes, and then we will start. Okay, many students are available as per this status. Almost 70 different viewers are available. If you want to share this link with the class, let me just, you can do that. And good morning, everyone. Yeah, and I hope my voice is audio is also clear. If you can just type like clear, so it will be great to understand. Yes, if you can just type like audio is clear, it will be great. If my voice is clear, yes, Krish, thank you for replying. So let's start the session. Today we are planning to get things done easily. So okay, good to go. So let's start with VS Code first. So simply we are going to create one folder in that IWT. Simply I'm going to create a folder. Let's say VMS. Actually, what we are supposed to create, that we need to discuss this. I just forgot that particular part. So we are going to create today visitor management system. So in offices and those places, we are having log books. So instead of those log books, we are supposed to create a system, digital system, where we are having different types of users, and based on their types, they are going to get the different data. Different access will be there, and for that particular access base, I can say simply, let me just show you one image, so easily you can just understand that part. Just give me 1 minute. That is known as a role based management. So today we are going to introduce role based management. Number one, number two is going to be, okay. So mainly we are having this kind of role based management, where we are having mainly three roles: owner, manager, and receptionist. So owner or the admin is going to have everything, like they can do the visiting, new visitors will be there, and based on those visitors we are going to get the visits, right? Then we are having the history of visits. We can register the new visitors, we can delete the records, we can do the reports, and also we are going to manage the different types of users. So that means we can perform the code operation on the different level. Likewise, for the manager, the role is very restricted, where we can just have the history, we can just view it, we can just view some reports. Other things are not available for the manager. Manager is the person who just want to create the report, generate the report. Whereas the receptionist or the person who is available at the particular location is going to just provide this, like whatever today's visitors are there, they are going to add new visitors, they are going to make that visits, and they are also going to mark that particular visit as a out whenever they leave that particular premises. So for that we are going to create one system. So mainly we are going to have uh, like three things. One is the users, second things are visitor, and the third one we are going to have is visits. Each visitor is going to visit multiple times, maybe that is going to happen, right? So for that we are going to create the simple but the system by which we are going to understand how this whole system will work. I hope this particular part is clear. If you are having any question till now, you can just ask into chat and I will reply, because right now I'm doing the chat also parallelly. So if you are having any problem till now, you can just let me know. Mainly the focus is user system, so they can have the login and those kind of thing. Session management will be there. We are going to implement some kind of Ajax also, but that is going to be at the end. We are going to design some forms using Bootstrap, so that could be easy and responsiveness will be there. For that purpose, we are going to have that particular oral system. Then we are going to manage the visitors if the rules are different. So based on those rules, we are going to have things. Okay. So I hope till now everything is clear. If you are having any issue, please let me know. Okay. Great. There's no issue. I think so. I hope I'm audible, right? Yes. Okay. Great. So let's create it. So simply we are going to just open that particular folder VMS, the VS Code. That is basically the editor we are going to use. Okay. As you can see, that particular folder is empty. I hope this is visible. Let me just do that zoom. Okay. I hope fonts are visible, right? So let's have the main things working. First thing first is we are supposed to create the login page, and for that we are going to create one PHP file, that is login.php. This will be a simple HTML page, but why we are having PHP, so we can write the logic to gather this particular HTML. So simply I am going to have this one. So it is a simple thing. Now in this we are going to use the Bootstrap. So for that purpose, I am just going to add some links, some scripts, so easily we can just achieve that particular Bootstrap design. So simply after this, I am going to have Bootstrap. I will share the code soon. So whenever you want, you can just copy paste the things from the Git repo, and you can get that particular output, right? So right now we are having this body tag, yes, and I want to apply this body tag into like class. Background should be light, it should be flexible, it should be align the items in a center one, and view height is going to be 100. These are the classes available inside Bootstrap, so we are just using those things, right? So how to run this, you know very well, like last time also we discussed how to run this. So for that purpose, simply just open your terminal, and once that terminal is open, simply just write PHP hyphen s and localhost colon 8080, and you can just check this. Like this is the output what we are getting right now, because we just created the file which is login file. So to view that particular file, we are supposed to write here slash login.php. So as you can see, we don't have anything right now. We need to add the component on that particular page, right? So simply let's do it. Meanwhile, if you are having any queries, you can just drop into chat, and we will just solve those queries. Okay, great. So simply into the code again. That's the code. So what we are supposed to have, we are going to have the container, and we are supposed to display one form, so by which we are going to show like this is my login form. So for that purpose, I'm going to have div that is going to be container, and in the container the text should be center. Okay, in this I'm going to say h2 with the class mb.core visitor system. You can name that particular part whatever you want. I'm just going to refresh this. As you can see, we are having a visitor system, right? Now, apart from that, I also need one form by which we are going to have that particular form, and form with the post method, yes. For action, right now, I don't want any action because I'm going to write that logic inside this particular same file. So post is going to be there. Okay, class I need to apply, so easily I can get that particular thing. So card should be, that should be visible as a card. These are the classes from Bootstrap, so I'm just using all those things. Not sure, that should be shadow. Okay, great. Now for this, save, refresh. As you can see, like card is there, right? After that, we are supposed to have input fields inside this. So input type is going to be text, then the class is going to be form control because this is a form control, and then apart from that we are going to have mb3. Great. So name is going to be username. As we are not going to use anything right now to validate that particular field, we are not using this id, but for now we are just writing the username. uh, Apart from that, we are supposed to write here the require. Okay. And also I need placeholder, so I can just give them something like enter username, right? So this is one field, enter username, great. Second thing what I want is copy paste this one, enter the password. Everything is almost same, only this password, password and password. Then apart from this, we need to have the button. So you can create button either using this button tag, or you can have this input tag and just need to write the button type, because I want to submit the data. So that's why I'm having type as a submit. Class is going to be button, and button with the primary one. So I'm going to get the blue kind of button, whatever primary color you choose. Based on that, we are going to have it. Login, and then we complete that particular button. Okay, great. So design for this particular login page is ready. Okay, great. I hope there is no issue as of now, right? So if you have in between any problem, any issues, so you can just let me know. And meanwhile, we are just going to first create all the designs. I'm going to share this particular repo. So for that, let me just quickly set up this repo for you. To set up that particular repo, we are going to have the terminal plus. I'm going to say get init. So that is created. Great. Now I'm going to choose this one. File add local repository. Choose path. Read drive. Select repository. Till now I'm having only one file, so let me just create this one. Great. Master. Publish it. Make it private to know. Visitor management system. Publish repository. Okay. So I'm going to put that one. Yes, use VS Code Live. Great. So so if I'm going to have use that particular live, so problem is I'm not able to share all the code with everyone, right? So I'm not ignoring the parts because I'm focusing on the writing something. So sometimes the messages I'm not able to reply, right? Rudra, I think you are having some. Sorry, yes, CSS bootstrap class. Yes, the CSS is coming from this particular CDN, and we are having that particular CSS already available on that particular part. If you want to have that thing directly download it, so you can also do that. And whenever we are writing like meme, so that is a minified version. So whenever you want the local copy available, just click on that, you will get the full thing. And you can just store locally also, but the problem is generally we are not using the local one. So whenever the small changes or small fixes for whatever bugs, so generally we can just get those things easily. So for that purpose, we are using live one. Plus, we can store save the storage also. So instead of that, we can just make the calls to the particular network. So for that purpose, we are doing this. Okay. So I hope till now we don't have any problem. This is a simple design what we are getting for this particular login form. And now after that, we are supposed to create the another design, which is your dashboard, you can say, or you can say like the simple visitor history kind of thing. And for that, we are just simply going to create a new file, that is index.php. So in that, again, index.php, we are going to have this one, right? So in that index.php, we are supposed to add this style set again. So I'm going to have this one link as a style set. Yes, great. In body, we are going to have some kind of CSS container. Okay. Now we want to create a table. Before that, we need to pass C4. Why this is not working? S4. This must be close the tag. Anyway, all visitor history, and then we are going to say table to create the table. The classes, we are going to use table dot table. It should be bordered one. So bordered. Then we are going to have table striped dot empty. Okay, great. Now we are going to have the head portion. So t head, not like this, t head dot table, and I want to make that particular header as a dark one. So that's why I'm using this. Now in that we are having tr. Why this is not completing? Tr th name th. Then the second attribute I need to display, that is mobile number. Third one is going to be what is the purpose. So we are for purpose. Third one is whom they are going to visit. If that is a college or that could be one institute, so we need to pass that particular thing also. Then we are also going to manage like in time and the out time. And apart from this, we are going to have this action, yes, to perform the actions, right? So these are the headers we are going to have. So let's see how that looks. And meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can just type it here, so I can just also address those things. By default, this okay, great, looking almost good. So we are having name, mobile, purpose, visited, in time, out time, and action. Great. Now apart from this, on the here I want some buttons, and those buttons for the menu purpose. So simply we are going to have like mm, what we are supposed to have few buttons. Okay, great. So before this, I'm going to say h2 tag or dashboard, right? So we can display the dashboard. First thing. Second thing, we are going to have div. So easily I can have this differentiated with this h4, and then we are going to have some simple links. A href href is going to be, let's say we are having users, so for that we are going to create users.php. Then we are going to have the class, maybe that is going to feel some I'm typing each and everything, so just bear with me, and we are going to get this easily. I don't want to discuss lots of jargons, so simply I'm doing this. So PHP manage users, great. Where is my output? Manage users, great. uh, but I want to have something same, likewise another button to view the reports, view reports, another one. Okay, here I'm going to say reports. Then we are going to have managing all the visitors, then managing all the visits. So add visit. Instead of this, I'm going to say simply, oh, my mistake, manage visitors. Here I'm going to say add visit entry. Add visit entry, rather than I can use also add visit. Okay, great. Till now, whatever we are having is something like this. Okay, these are the buttons we are going to have for the menu purpose, and if we can just change the theme from dark, all the things dark. These are the button CSS type warning. Then we are going to have, let's say, visitors for that success, and for add this one, so I'm going to use primary. Already we use the primary one, so you know the color, right? Other colors you can just see over here. So instead of all black, we can use something like this. Great. I think something success. Yes. Great. Now dashboard design is also ready. Apart from this, we need one more button, that is going to be log out, because we want login and log out system. So for that purpose, we are just going to add this and say, let's say, log out, and it is going to be, let's say, danger, because by mistake I should not click on it, right? So that should be visible in that way. Okay, great. Yeah, good to go. And if I want to use flexibility on all these buttons, so simply I can just add one more thing over here, is one div with flexible, justify the content in a between dot mb4 dot border bottom dot pb2, and at the end I'm going to just, let's see, good to go. Great. Now looking little bit nice. So these are the two things. Apart from that, we need to have the user, we need to have report, we need to have visitor, we need to have visit, and we need to create simple logout .php. So easily we can perform all these things. So the designs are ready for this particular thing. Now we are supposed to start with actual work. So before that, I just want to add all these things: index.php, committed, and you can just have it. So now I'm going to check the comments. Uh, I think I'm having one question. Empty margin top. Empty is margin top. What is container? Okay, container is a class available in Bootstrap. MT4 is a margin top. That is also one class available in Bootstrap. And we are using Bootstrap, so easily we can just get that particular value. Okay, margin top is generally we are setting to like 1.4 4 rem, right? For that purpose we are using, and for if you want to learn more about Bootstrap, simply let's have it bootstrap classes. So this is where you can get everything like grades, the margins, the typography, the forms, containers, right? So you can just get all the details from here. What is the container things? What is the grid? How that is going to work? I hope I answer your question. Hello, hello. I hope the question is answered. Now we can just move ahead. Okay, great. Now the next part is we are going to set up some few things because I want authentication, I want authorizations, I want to have the simple like designs. So if we want to complete the design first, so let's have that also. Users dot php we need. Sorry, that is not going to happen like this. Simply delete. Just move to recycle. Users dot php. That is one thing. Second thing, we need to have reports dot php. Typos are there. Then what we are having is visitors.php. Then we are going to have addvisits.php, and one more is logout.php. I think that is logout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. So in user dot PHP, we are simply going to have again the table, and based on that table we are going to display the data, right? So for that we are going to, let's say, users, this one. Already we are having that data on the index table, so I'm just going to copy this thing and paste into my, not report, sorry, here. Apart from this, I want to I'll paste this particular thing also. Where is my users? So let's see to quickly the user from this itself. The table is not that much good because we didn't include that particular link. So I'm just going to copy paste all this quickly. Let's do it. Wait. Okay, good to go. Then we are going to have users and the reports. Yes. For the reports again we need table, right? So I'm going to copy and paste right now the user one in the reports, and later on I'm going to change it, right? Over there we also need to have some kind of date pickers and those kind of things. But for now, I'm just copy paste everything so we can have the pages and we can get it. Okay, great. Now apart from that, we are having this is going to be add visit. Okay, great. And for the add visit, we are supposed to have one form and the particular table kind of thing, so where we can just display uh, the items. Okay, great. So we are going to have this document, in that we are going to have form tag to search particular visitor based on the available mobile number. So I'm going to have add visit. Yeah, again same problem. So anyone like this, link, copy, or we can just include this particular portion into common one and we can just have the output. Great. It should be in a proper way. Visitors, for the visitors we are going to have the form as well as the table. So I'm just going to copy first one is users, a b, the name of things will be different. I'm going to use the image first thing, then I'm going to have the name, then we are going to have the mobile, then let's say on which date they registered, and then we are going to have the action. We don't have time in and out over there. So this is the table for the visitors. Okay, it will be different. Great. We need also the form over here, so we'll design that quickly. Right. So let's do it. Before this one, I'm going to have the form. For that, we are supposed to use this div dot card I want, and I want p4 dot mb5 dot shadow small. Okay, this h4 dot mb3, and in that we are going to write visitor registration. Okay, great. Apart from that, we are having form with the post method, but obviously because we want to add some data, and we are again going to have the action remove because I want to perform the same thing in the same file. I don't want extra files, and we need this time encryption type because I want to send the data for the image also. Last time we just discussed that thing, right? Multi-part form data, and in that form we are supposed to have simply input, and for each input we want to have the form proper way. So div dot row for individual row. The things are going to be in individual row. So for that we are using row. Then in that we are going to have again div dot column, and that is going to be md3. Okay. Then we are going to have label. Okay, 4. So 4 is there whenever you are going to select that particular thing. So I'm having full name of the visitor, and for that we are going to have input form control. A type is going to be text. Yes, we are going to have name is equal to name or full name, whatever you want. Likewise, I want ID. It is going to be name again. Same thing we are having, and in this case, I'm going to say name. Right. So this is just one particular field. Now in that we are going to have another one, that is going to be mobile number. And for that I'm just going to say copy paste. In the same row we are having everything, and here I'm going to say mobile number, mobile mobile. Okay. Placeholder is not needed right now because we are using the same thing. Like labels are there, so we don't need placeholder that much. If you want, we can just add that also. Then we are having mobile number registered and photo. Yes, photo. So the image, and we want that photo must be optional. Optional. This is going to be file. Name is going to be image. Image here I need to say mobile image. Form controls are there. Great. So 333, that is going to be 9. The last but not the next one where we are supposed to have the button. So I'm going to copy this again. Okay, copy paste this one. This time that should be flexible little bit. I want. Then the alignment should be, because I want to add multiple things in that section, so that's why. And item should be look at the end, and gap in between is going to be 2. Okay. Now in this particular thing we are going to have button. This is going to be type submit, and name I want as a action, whichever action I want to have. So which are the actions we are supposed to have? So one thing is we are going to have the values, and based on these values we are going to perform some operation. Class is also we need class. Okay, this is not visible, so simply this. Okay, great. Now classes btn by btn, it must be success for the add purpose, and we are going to have right, and here we are having add. Great. Along with this particular button, we want also something like that of searching part, but we'll do that later. Right now, the design is something like this. So let's have the look. Almost good, I think so. Registration form is ready. This is also ready. Table is available. Okay. So let me just add one div, which is going to be table responsive. I'm going to end this one after completion of this one. Okay, great. I hope designs are ready. So let me just quickly write design part. That is already available on the repo. So if you want, you just copy it from there, and we can just now continue with this database part. So for that, we are going to open this PHP myadmin. I have the things are visible. Visitor DB, the name of DB which we want to create. Just have the visitor DB. Okay, great. What I'm supposed to do is, we want to create some tables. So simply db.txt or SQL, right? So easily you can just get that particular part. The script is ready, so I don't want to waste my time and your time. So simply I'm just going to give you this script, and parallelly I will also run the same thing. Right. That's manage. Save this. GitHub. Okay. Create DB file. Done. Great. So simply we are just going to have all this, right? Simply copy, go to SQL, paste it, and say go. So I'm going to get this user, again SQL, second one. You can also run as a dump file, right? You can import it and you can just do it. Okay, so visitor, user, and visit. So I'm having three main users available. Roles are admin, manager, and receptionist. The name you can have whatever you like. Right now we are having only three. The visitor table is there. So in the visitor table we are going to store all this information like ID, name, mobile number, image path if any, and the created date when they were registered. And then we are having visits. So for the visit we are having ID, visitor ID, purpose, whom they are visiting, in time and out time. So these are the fields we are going to use for different tables, right? If you have any issue, please let me know. Otherwise, please quickly just create that particular thing that is available on the Git, and you can just have the all this DB. Uh, in between, let's discuss about if you are having. So I am using MySQL for database instead of Zen. So yeah, that's fine. If you are using MySQL, so there is no problem. You can just open the MySQL workbench, and in that you can just run all this command. First you need to create this particular visitor DB, and then you can do this particular same thing. Is it okay? I hope that is understood. Everyone just comment whether you are able to understand that thing or not. MySQL workbench is a different thing. Use XAMPP is a tool in which we are having MySQL installed along with that, and we just created some tables. We can have also like users and visitor only. So visitor entry will be there, and n number of time we are supposed to add the same visitor. What I want is instead of n number of times same visitor. For example, who is visiting Rohan's home frequently. So instead of having the same information of Rudra each and every time, we are supposed to create a visitor, and later on whenever he visit particular place, we just need to enter that particular ID over there, right? So as you can see, we are having visit ID, visitor ID, then the purpose. What is the purpose? Visited to whom they are visiting, whom they want to meet. Then the in time when they just enter the premises, and the out time when they just leave the premises. So for that overall structure, we are having this kind of thing. We can also enhance this particular database design whenever we need based on our convenience. So if you have any doubt, please type something. For 5 minutes, just give me one small break so I can just drink some water. If you're having meanwhile some questions, you can just ask me. Okay, I hope the setup and database part is over. If that is done, please just type done. Till now, we just have basic setup. We need to do a lot. So basically, just let me know what is the status from your side so I can continue. And rather than just typing something, we don't have anything, so we can just communicate in a two-way, because this is one way. I'm just broadcasting something, and whatever things you are having, you just can type something, right? So please type hello. Yeah, everyone ready with this? If yes, please let me know. The setup is done, right, Krish? Yeah, not interactively, replying, so it will be not that much easy for me to understand what is going on. So if you are able to pop up to this, please let me know so we can continue. Still, the actual code is pending, authorization is pending, authentication is pending. So it is my humble request. If you are done with this, please let me know. गुजराती में पूछना पड़ेगा क्या? Krish done. What about the others? Please write down something. Rudra. Okay. दर्शित ऑल्सो सेइंग डन सर। अरे भाई बाकी लोगों का क्या हुआ बता दो, पता चलेगा मुझे। 3 या 4 लोग ही सिर्फ बैठ के बस देख रहे हो तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन अगर आपको इसको देखना है, समझना है, करना है तो उसके लिए आपको थोड़ा सा एफर्ट्स देना पड़ेगा, राइट? प्लीज डू इट। डन ऑल्सो, ओके। मतलब 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 बंदे कर रहे हैं, गुड। अदर्स जस्ट वॉचिंग, दैट्स ओके। बार बार मैं बोलता हूँ यूट्यूब नहीं, लेकिन आज तो यूट्यूब ही है तो आप लोग देख भी सकते हो, बाद में भी आप उसको कर सकते हो। सोर्स कोड अवेलेबल रहेगा, जब भी आपको करना है आप देख सकते हो, ठीक है। सोर्स कोड तो मैं किसी से निकालने वाला हूँ नहीं। सो लेट्स मूव अहेड नाउ ऑन द कोडिंग पार्ट अगेन। We are having some login that is already designed, right? We just designed that particular login form. Now we need to have the configuration, so easily we can connect with that particular DB, and for that we are supposed to write some simple things. So let's say we are going to create one file, that is config.php, right? I don't want to create too much folders, and inside those folders we are going to have everything. So for that purpose, we are using right now simple folder structure. As you can see, everything I just put into single folder. You can have the different folders as per need. But right now we want to make simple system, yet that will work and we can get some output. So simply I'm going to have PHP only here because that is a configuration part only. So now we are going to have, let's say, host, which is going to be localhost, then DB, which is going to be your visitor underscore DB, which we just created, right? Then we are having user is going to be root. This is a DB user actually, right? Then we are having the password, which is going to be empty because I right now don't have any password. In your case, if you are having any password to log in with the database, you just need to add that particular password over here. Now, for error handling, we are going to use try catch, right? Try and catch, and for this, we are going to use the PDO instead of MySQL I only. Why we need to use PDO? That must be the question, right? We are having simply one thing is MySQL I without the OOP concepts. The second thing is with the OOP concepts, where we can create the object and we can connect it. And the first case we need to pass everywhere that connections. So that is type number 2. Type number 3 is a PDO, where instead of only MySQL, whenever we want to connect with the other database, like we are having Postgres or we are having Oracle, so for that purpose we can use PDO. Later on, just we need to change that particular database. So easy to use. So that's why preferable is PDO. So we are going to use over here is PDO. So simply for that we are going to say, let's say PDO is equal to so new keyword, that means I am creating the new object of it, and for my part we are having this query or URL to connect. So MySQL host is going to be the name of particular host, right? Here we need to pass the dollar, so it will be simply going to take that. Then the DB name is going to be DB, then character set. If you want to pass, if a specific one is available, so you can pass it, otherwise you can also ignore it, right? So I'm just giving you the glimpse how to pass it, right? And then the next parameter, this is just the URL to connect with your database. Second part, we need to pass the user, and the third part, we need to pass the password. Also, you can check that particular how to pass the PDO things, right? Okay. What is not available, unexpected. Okay. Here we need to write PDO exception. Meanwhile, due to whatever problem, if we are having any exception, we are going to have something like this. Okay. New PDO is done. Then everything is great. Why this is giving me error? Unexpected token. Where? Okay. We will look into it quickly. But right now, in case of any problem, we are going to say simply die. क्लास में मैंने बहुत बार बोला कि अगर नहीं मिल रहा डेटाबेस का कनेक्शन तो उसको बोल दो भाई मर जा तू. कनेक्शन failed dot $e and then get message. Great. ये रह जा चुका है अभी तक. हाँ, आईडी थोड़ा सा धीमा चल रहा है, so that's fine. Then for this PDO object, I want to set some attribute. One thing is PDO error mode. Attribute is error mode, and for that we are saying PDO error mode is going to be with the exception. सर ये कहाँ से हम लेके आएंगे, कहाँ से उठाना है? So simply you are having to do public, and from that you can just have all these things. So likewise, I'm going to have this particular second thing is PDO setting. In that we are having attribute. An attribute is going to be how we are going to have the default fetching of data, default default fetch mode. And in that case we are going to use associative way, right? You can have like associative way number 1, number 2, that is going to be indexed way. So indexed way is a little bit problematic when we are passing some arguments like select, instead of star we are passing something else. And if let's say we are having star and we change later on the whatever data table like columns arrangement, so we are going to get some problems. So it is better to use associative array mode, so easily we can get that particular thing, right? So this is this kind of connection. So if you want to check this connection, simply we are going to run that particular part on this. Where is my output? config.php unknown character set we are having right now. Okay, UTF not str. Yeah, great. So things are working, so that's why I'm not getting any output over here. Otherwise I'm going to have the error as previous we had one. Right now that configuration is done. Now database is already connected. We are supposed to write the things to perform the login, and once the login is done, we are supposed to move that particular thing to the next one, which is going to be your index page. And on the index page again we are supposed to simply have this fetching all the data. So for that purpose, on this particular login page we are supposed to write here the PHP, close the PHP. Okay, great. And we need that particular config file. So require the score once. Once means what? Only one time that is going to be called. Even by mistake, if we have multiple times that particular thing, and that require means what? We need that. Without that, we are not going to move ahead. So for that purpose, we are having this require once config.php. Those who are doing this parallelly, that is great. Otherwise, what will happen is in exam you are not supposed to write all this code by your own, right? And in exams almost similar kind of questions will be there, task will be there, right? So you need to attempt those things. Even whenever you are creating the projects, you need to have something like this. No doubt in a real world we need more kind of generic one. So either we can use the bootstrapping from the basic PHP, core PHP, vanilla PHP, or we can go with the Laravel or Coordinator for the actual projects, right? I will show that kind of project also, but right now we are supposed to have something like this if, and at the end we are supposed to host it online, so easily we can just understand how that is working. Okay, so server, on the server variable I'm going to have request, request method, and if that method is going to be post, then we are supposed to have some statement. The statement is okay. So simply with the MySQL we are using simple statement till now, right? But we can also have the prepare kind of statement. Prepare statement is going to prevent the SQL injection. So directly your whatever users are not going to write all those kind of inject the SQLs, and directly they can get the data. Generally hackers do those kind of thing. So to make that particular thing safer, we are having prepare statement where we just need to write the query, and later on we select star, where is star, from users is a name of table where username is equal to question mark. So this question mark is going to be replaced by actual data whatever you are supposed to pass. Statement stm t should be there. It will look like statement, otherwise that is saying stm. Okay, here we are having object it execute, and we need to pass this parameter dollar post, the same name which you want to pass as username. So here we are having username itself, copy paste, yeah. So username is here, then we are supposed to pass and get the user from that particular statement. So you can just say fetch, it is going to return the one associative array to this one. Now as we are having this particular password in a form of encrypted one, sorry, digestive one, not the encrypted one, my mistake. So for that purpose we need to have some method, and by default PHP is providing one method, that is what password verify. So we are supposed to check if already user are available, then we are supposed to check that password verify. If you want to have the hash at your own, we are going to have that also, but before that let's check this whether this is working or not. Post, we are going to pass the password whatever you are entering, then we need to compare with the password which we are going to get with the user, because otherwise we are not able to do that particular part. We are not having simple password, we are having the digestive password, right? If the cases are great, right, we don't have any problem, so we are supposed to simple write the part where we are going to set the session. And to set the session, we are supposed to write the start session, right? Session start. Okay. Else we are supposed to write the message, which is going to be dollar error is equal to invalid credentials. Okay. This is going to be the error message which we want to display, but we will do that right now with the design part. Here we are having simply the underscore session. Session is nothing but a server side. We are going to store something, so that is going to be session, not user in capital. User ID. I'm just storing some part of it. We are not going to store the password or something like that, but generally we are storing the ID, username, and the role. So later on, we don't need to get from the database each and every time. Name, role, uh, role, username. These are the names of columns which we are having available in that particular table. And once the session is set, we are supposed to redirect our page. So for that, we are supposed to say on the header function. So that will set this thing into header, the location. So whenever we are setting this particular header location, it will redirect us on the index.php or the page which we are passing. And after that, we just need to exit from this particular page. So for that, we are writing this exit. So simply save it. Okay. And then we are supposed to simply run this. So where is my browser running this? Yeah, this one. Login. Username is honor. Password is password 123. Okay. Call undefined method of this. Okay, great. Login is there. What is the problem? Execute spelling. Good. Okay. So as you can see, once we enter proper password, we are right now on the dashboard. Right. So for this part, before moving ahead, I just want to also add something by which I can have the errors, if any. Right. So simply first have it, and then I will upload the code. Right. Again, or I can say I can just commit and push the code into the repo. So simply here we are just going to say question mark PHP. Okay, question mark PHP. Then question mark this empty. If the variable is set, which one is going to be error? Okay, if error is set, then we are supposed to echo that particular error, but that should be in a proper way. So I'm just going to say div class in that alert. I'm not displaying the alert box. I'm just displaying the alert as a div, right? And in that we are saying this particular. So whatever your error, make sure you are also doing the same thing. Alert. Okay. And here, once this particular is completed, semicolon. Great. So now back to this again. Login. Let's say A invalid credentials. Okay, sir, this is not getting anything like that. So what is the problem? Book state is already included. I'm not getting that. Okay, great. लखवा ध्यान रखो साइड लखवा ध्यान रखो. Yeah, great. Invalid credentials. If I'm having invalid credentials, I'm going to get that particular thing. Otherwise, we can just simply move to this dashboard, and there we are going to write some things. So simply, if up to this you are having any problem, any issue, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to push this again. Date for DB connection and login. किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन है तो पूछ सकते हो. अदरवाइज कोड मैंने पुश कर दिया है, आपको दिख रहा होगा कोड मैंने पुश किया अभी जस्ट. तो आप वहां से कोड के अपडेट्स ले सकते हो अगर आप टाइप नहीं कर रहे हो तो एटलीस्ट यू कैन जस्ट रन दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. रन करोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि क्या हो रहा है, क्योंकि हम लोग हैंड्स ऑन इसीलिए कर रहे हैं ताकि इजी रहे और आप उसको समझ सको. राइट, once you understand that particular part, then only we are able to solve the task of any interview or exam once you are having the hands on it. एटलीस्ट रन तो करना पड़ेगा, वाइब कोडिंग करने के बाद भी रन तो करना पड़ेगा. राइट, कितने लोग भी टाइप कर रहे हो, प्लीज हैव दैट राइट. मेन आई एम टाइपिंग. जो लोग कॉपी कर रहे हैं वो लिख दो कॉपी कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम द रेपो. एटलीस्ट मुझे पता चलेगा कितने लोग हैं अभी. बाकी लोग जो सो गए हैं वो बाद में बात कर लेंगे अपने. आर यू देयर गाइस? गुड. गुड गुड गुड. कॉपिंग एंड राइटिंग एंड रनिंग. गुड. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि तो 3 बंदे ही हैं, बाकी के लोग चले गए हैं. कोई बात नहीं, आई विल कंटिन्यू टाइपिंग बट इफ एरर कम्स देन कॉपिंग. ओके, चौथा बंदा बोला कुछ. Yeah, I am waiting, that's fine. Once you run it and you are having the output, you can just go ahead. पासवर्ड जो है, पासवर्ड 123 है, आप उसको रीसेट कर सकते हो. मीनवाइल जब तक आप ये सब काम कर रहे हो, मैं एक छोटा सा प्रोग्राम यहाँ पर आपको लिख देता हूँ ताकि आपको पता चले कैसे आप पासवर्ड जनरेट कर सकते हो. राइट, so for that purpose I'm just going to give you that simple one more thing. Generate pwd.php. अभी फुल डायनेमिक नहीं बना रहे हैं हम उसको. सिंपली php this, whatever your password, you just need to have that password over here. Let's see, my password is password 123, which is a current case. I want to generate the hash, so simply we are having hashed password is going to be password as dollar password comma password default. You can also use the decrypt, but I'm just going to say a default one for this one, and then echo yeah double s echo password dot dollar password, right, dollar single quote bt क्या होता है यार, echo again as टाइप वर्क कर रहा हूँ आज मैं, क्यों पता नहीं. Good. So this is the generate wd.php live session में then एक नया आया मैसेज. Great. So meanwhile just we created this generate password and I'm going to run that. What is the problem? Hashed. यहाँ भी मैं टाइप किया हुआ है तो कहाँ से चलेगा, फिर कॉपी पेस्ट. So this is the password which we entered over there, right, as is generated. So whatever your value that will be there and easily you can just work on it. So whatever password you want to generate, just generate it and just use it. Will that do this same thing in case of users, to add new users whenever we are going to use a new user, we are going to use almost same kind of password logic to enter into database. But right now, as per our need, we are going to have the index file changes because already password is working for all of you. I hope so. So now we are supposed to get all the data, right? So index is here. Great. Now I want to get the data, and for the data we are supposed to simply write some queries. So before all this, I'm just simply going to say PHP require again once config.php because I want database connection. Yes. Then we are supposed to have this if first we need to write the query to get all this particular output for this. So very simple queries, select visits dot star comma visitors dot name. I want to display whatever visit information, then the visitor name, visitors dot mobile number, and from visit, that is the main table, and we want to join that table with visitor table. So for that we are having this join, then the name of table, with which table you want to join this visit table, so that is visitor, and on the column name, so let's say visitor dot id is equal to visitors dot id. Here I'm not getting anything from the user, right? So that's why I'm able to simply write simple query, and once we are having query, we are simply going to run that query, right? So we are supposed to say dollar visits, all the visits we are going to get dollar PDO, that is already available over there. Query, inside that we need to pass this query. This is dynamically query we are generating. We can have the other options also. Fetch all, so it will fetch all the records, and the records will be available in the visits, right? Now once we are having that record available with us, we are simply going to create the table body. So here we are going to have t body, right? So in that t body, closing tags are not working properly for me. Great. Go to PHP, question mark, PHP for H, syntax is something like this. Okay, and we are supposed to write here question like this. The code to get it. So here we are going to have visits, all the visits available on this whatsoever. So now here we are going to have, let's say, dollar $v, or you can write visit also. We want to complete this, and again start this part over here. Either you can write this one, or you can have other option which we will discuss later. But right now tr, inside the tr we are going to have td, right? In that td we are going to just remove all the special things available. So html special characters, remove all the special characters available, right, of hello, am I audible? Hello, hello, am I audible? Okay, great. Meanwhile that battery was dead for one particular mic, so I just changed it. Okay, great. So we are having here this code. question mark this slash td for the name, second for the mobile purpose visited to, and then we are having the date and time in particular format. Then we are going to have in time, out time. Then we are supposed to have the action. Right. These are the options we are supposed to have. Number one is done. Number two is mobile, which we are getting. Mobile, not mobile. Mobile. Third one is purpose. PORPOS. Purpose. Visited to. Then we are supposed to display over here is date in a format of D, M, Y, H, and I, and then we pass this string to time $V, and the thing is into in underscore time. Mouse over, second mouse over. Wait. Likewise, we are going to have out time, so I'm not going to add too much. So I'm just going to out, remove one, and the last one we would not list is we are supposed to write here the link to make it mark out. So simply anchor tag href question mark. I'm just doing the URL rewriting whenever you are modifying the URL, so that is known as the URL rewriting. And here we are supposed to pass question mark is equal to $V single quote ID question mark done. This. Okay. Then we are going to have class as a button. This should look as a button. Button, small button, danger. Okay. Now after this, we are going to say mark out and quit. Great. So this is if we are having any data, specific data available, we are going to give this particular output. So let's check that how that looks. So index.php. Okay, unknown column visits dot visitor dot okay visitor underscore id. There we are having that problem. Yeah. Right now we don't have anyone, so that's fine. Now simply we are just going to have the manage visitors. So easily we can just make the entries and we can just get the particular data available. So simply have the full name, mobile number, optional the photo and add. So simply we are just going to jump on visitors page. So easily we can make the entries. Let me just first close all this. Visitor over here. We are going to say simply, and I am going to give you the code quickly. So don't worry about it. Right. So again we are going to have the PHP part. PHP require once config.php. Then we are supposed to have the add part to add particular customer. If first add the visitor by mistake, I think I say like something else. Server in bracket request method post. Then in this $action, not say action is going to be dollar. As this is a post method, so you know that that is a post method. We are going to write post. Otherwise, you can write the simple request. Then the dollar name is going to be. I'm going to trim whatever value of that name, right? So that is not going to generate the false things. Like trim will be trim from the front and the rear, right? $dollar mobile is going to be trim. And one more thing I need is dollar image underscore path. It's going to be dollar post. Not post, we are going to file, right? Files. In that file, where is it? Button. Yeah. So image name, and we want to have the paths very like a particular folder. I want to upload this. So uploads slash dot time. So I can get the timestamp and then this thing, and here I'm going to have underscore. So in upload folder we are going to. So what is the problem? Require once is a problem. I don't think so. Require once config.php. It will later on going to be make an output. So it's fine. Not a big deal. Okay. Once we are having this, we are simply going to say move upload dead file. Already done this one previously, so I'm not explaining in depth. If you need, I can do that also. Image and then the temp name. And we are also not validating the image with the size and those kind of things. So if you want, you can do that. Right. We done that image part. Now we are supposed to write try catch block. Right. The actual code is going to be say we already in a add mode. So if $action is going to be single code add, then only I have to perform something. $st empty statement is going to be $PDO prepare, insert into visitors name, comma, mobile, comma, image underscore path, right? And the values. This should we are supposed to write this one to double quote, so easily we can just have the single code wherever we need. Simply values, question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark. Done this. And before that, we are supposed to close this. Great. Now we are supposed to pass statement execute. Last time we just forgot the cute one, right? So dollar name, dollar mobile, dollar image path, dollar message is going to be div class alert, alert success. If everything is going well, so I should have success. Visitor, visitor stub, successfully div. I want to empty all the fields, right? And in case of cage, we are going to have here that PDO exception dollar e message. This one I'm going to copy. Okay, instead of success, danger, error might be exist. So that could be one message. Great. We want to display this message. Yes. Message. Mm, What is the problem? After a few time, it is just giving me the error. That's fine. Uh, Message is undefined variable code. Okay, great. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So great. Add visitor registered successfully. So successfully is done. But I want to also upload, display each and every visitor over here. So simply we are supposed to get that particular visitor first, and for that purpose we are simply going to write simple query to display all the visitors. Okay. After all this, post method, post method is already done. Now after this, we are supposed to write dollar display visitors is going to be dollar PDO query select. I'm not reading on the live chat. Okay, great. Yeah, I will provide this code, so don't worry. We are just writing the code to get all these visitors. So star from visitors order by created created at, because that is a column available with us, and then we are going to say fetch all. Instead of two different part, if you want, you can have the same thing available over here. So once we are having this display visitors, right? So that display visitors we are going to display into particular table, and for that purpose simply we already have the table. Yeah, table is available. Only the t body we need to write. T body. What I can do is simply, recently we have on this particular thing, that particular part, t body, this one, copy, paste, right. So that way we can also check these things. Display visitors as we, great. The first thing we want this image path, right. If that exists, we need to display it, but name is there, yes. Mobile is there, then we need to have created. Okay, that is a date. So let me just remove all this too. Created at, done. For the action, we need to have anchor tags, yes. And for that, we are supposed to write this add. I want to make this, okay. Mm, Add it and delete. So simply, I'm going to have edit button is going to be primary, and this is going to be edit. Okay. Now simply I'm going to say something like this. Control D, delete, danger, delete. Okay. So let's see what is the output. Array out time. Define array key out time. Where is we are having out time? Yeah, this is a problem. Great. Okay. Now, as the photo is not available, that is moved over here. So let me just quickly write that photo code also. So simply I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to check if that is available. Then only we are supposed to have it. Uh, do we have any? सर इतना सारा याद कैसे रखें? Good question. Simply what we are supposed to remember is the flow, what we are supposed to do, because mostly we are doing copy paste, right? I just want to create one system, so that's why I'm just doing all this one by one, right? Otherwise, what we can do is we just can provide you the this design, and based on that, you just need to have other things. But right now, for understanding purpose, we are doing all this thing, and that's why the session is little bit longer comparatively. थोड़ा सा मतलब याद नहीं रखना, ये प्रैक्टिस करना, प्रैक्टिस करो तो ऑटोमेटिक आ जाएगा. आई थिंक सो दैट इज सिंपल थिंग हाउ वी आर सपोज टू डू इट. सब कुछ याद नहीं रखना है, दैट इज अ मेन concept, right? We are supposed to only remember the things which we are having as a, you know, what we are supposed to have as output. Only those things you need to remember, otherwise that will be great. Okay. यहाँ पर हम क्या करेंगे, PHP लिख देते हैं, colon PHP if that $v of image underscore. क्या करना है, क्या हमें सर यहाँ पर इमेज पाथ अगर है, इमेज अंडरस्कोर पाथ अगर एग्जिस्ट करता है तो हमें क्या करना है, फाइल भी देखना है एग्जिस्ट है या नहीं है. एंड फॉर दैट वी आर गोइंग टू अगेन दिस सेम थिंग, कॉपी पेस्ट, right? So you can also write that if in this way. So whenever you are writing like this way, so you are supposed to write that question mark PHP else colon, and then we are supposed to write again PHP and ये कब लिखना है, if you are writing with this column then only, otherwise you can have the counts, right? So simply if that particular image is available, so we are supposed to display image src is equal to cut, paste, and instead of this copy paste, right? ये हो गया आपका सोर्स. आप डालोगे with is going to be 40, could you just type your name? इतना सारा याद कैसे रखूँ मैं, so I can advise you with the name. नहीं, वो नहीं करना है सर अभी. Rounded circle, right? So it is going to be in a circular form, that is a class available. Style is going to be object. It कैसे रखना है, तो रखना है cover. अगर इमेज है तो we need to show that particular image in a particular way. Now if that image is not available, in that case we need to just say span is a tag, right? Class is going to be text muted, and that is going to be small span complete, no image. Great. As you can see, this is no image available. If we are going to have, let's say, okay. So we are getting the file now such folder. Great. Due to I didn't create the folder, simply just create the folder over here. Uploads, I think uploads yeah, uploads. Great. And now we are going to say new one. Yeah, as you can see, we are having this particular image. Things are working perfectly till now. I hope you don't have any problem. If you have any, please let me know. Meanwhile, I'm just going to upload the code again, so you can just read it up to add visitor. Go back to comments. जो आपके comments हैं, right? I hope I'm audible. Yes. कि सर ये सब कितना सारा है, बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ होते जा रही हैं, अब सिस्टम बड़ा हो रहा है, कैसे उसको सब कुछ को मैनेज करना है, कैसे उसको याद रखना है। तो आपको मैनेज ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करना है, आपको ये याद रखना है सिर्फ how to have this simple HTML along with the PHP. Number one, which components you are supposed to use. Number three, how to connect with the database, how to upload the image, how to have the sessions, and all those kind of simple things rather than the making things very complicated. अभी जो सिस्टम मैं आपके सामने में क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ वो सबसे स्मूथ और सिंपल सिस्टम कर रहा हूँ। हाँ, अगर आपको इसमें डिजाइन पार्ट में भी कुछ निकालना है, लाइक द simple things like container and those kind of thing, you don't want to use bootstrap, again that will become much more easy, but वो दिखेगा उतना अच्छा नहीं, इसीलिए हमने यहाँ पे bootstrap यूज किया। otherwise I'm not making any jargons kinds of things, or I'm not making any complex system in which you are having like base system, you are having some classes and those kind of things. तो इसके लिए हमने इसको सिंपल बनाने का ट्राई किया है बहुत, जिससे आप जो एक्चुअल रियल वर्ल्ड में ऐसा नहीं यूज होने वाला है, लेकिन आप जो अभी यूज करके देख रहे हो वो भी सिंपल है। अभी इसके बाद ये जितना हो चुका है, इसके बाद सिर्फ हम विजिट करें, ये ऐड करवाने वाले हैं, उसके बाद विजिट जब ऐड हो जाएगा, after that we are supposed to just provide some role management using your session which already is set, right? तो अगर अब तक में कोई इश्यू है तो आप बता सकते हो, अदरवाइज आई थिंक आई ऑलरेडी gave you the code till now whatever we have, right? तो अगर आपको कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो बता सकते हो, यस प्लीज प्लीज कंटिन्यू। अगर अगर आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है तो वो बताओ, अदरवाइज यू कैन जस्ट टाइप द कंटिन्यू, सो वी कैन जस्ट कंटिन्यू and complete that particular thing. We are having only time is limit, right? restricted up to 1. अगर आप चाहो तो एक्सटेंड थोड़ा बहुत होगा, लेकिन वो भी ज़्यादा नहीं हो पाएगा. तो अगर आपको अभी कोई इश्यू है, कोई डाउट है, तो आप बता दो ताकि हम उसको सॉल्व कर सकें. गाइस प्लीज रिप्लाई समथिंग. बहुत लोग सो गए हैं, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. थोड़ा सा लंबा खींच दिया तो सो जानते हैं वो, कोई बात नहीं है. रुद्र, दर्शित, क्रिश, जो एक्टिव मेंबर्स हो वो एक बार बता दो. अगर डाउट है तो डाउट बताओ, अदरवाइज इफ यू आर ओके एंड यू वांट टू गो अहेड सो लेट्स लेट मी नो. I don't think so option is available right now. If yes, please type. Okay, I can wait. संडे के दिन भी आप थोड़ा सा लर्निंग के लिए यहाँ पर कुछ काम कर रहे हो, दैट इज गुड थिंग, राइट. गेस हु आई एम. ऐसे कैसे गेस कर सकते हैं? आपका नाम में जो भी लिखा है, आपने मूवी लिखा है, सीरीज लिखा है. सो एक काम करते हैं, उसको ऐसे रहने देते हैं, गेस नहीं करना है. The main important thing is you are learning, you are investing your time on Sunday to learn something, right? The full system we are going to develop, and you are also parallelly working on that. Kudos to you guys, those who are still online and learning something. As I promised, like we are going to have role management, we are going to have Ajax also, so I am going to do that. Right? Photo is not loading, so you need to create this particular folder there, and once you are having the folder, you can easily upload that thing. As you can see, I'm having this particular thing on screen, right? So you need to create one folder, and if you are using Linux or Mac, you need to give the permission 777 ch mode 777. So then only we can add that particular thing. If we are running everything from the docs, in that case also we need to have that thing. So after upload, I can't see image. So please check whether that particular image is available in that folder or not. If yes, check the name, how that is, and how you are displaying it. Darshan, please check whether that is working or not and let me know. थोड़ा सा और काम करना है हमें ताकि हम विजिट ऐड कर सकें. वंस वी हैव द विजिट एडेड, then we are supposed to add the users, and we can perform the simple kind of I can say Ajax. ग्रेट. बाकी का वही बता दो तो थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ सकें. Since it was problem with the CHML fixed it. Great. After code I cannot see below it showing nothing. The shit, if you are using the Windows, right, and you are using this PHP command to run it, so there is no need to add this chmod. Otherwise, if you are using Mac or something, so you need to just add that thing. Plus, you need to check the name of this particular one, and if you are using my code, so almost for me that is working. So for you that should work. So meanwhile, add visit. Okay, great. So what I'm supposed to do in add visit is I'm going to add some code based on which we are going to have this one question mark this not here PHP PHP. I suppose like today I'm writing lots of code continuously. इतना कोड जनरली मैं रोज लिखता नहीं हूँ, वो भी एक सिस्टम के लिए. डॉलर visitor visitor is going to be null initially. Visitor कोई भी सिलेक्टेड नहीं है तो मैं बोलूँ visitor null. If the method is post, फर्स्ट हम क्या करने वाले हैं यहाँ पर कि हमारे पास जो भी एक सर्च करेंगे और सर्च करने के बाद जो भी विजिटर की एंट्री है वो उसमें डाल देंगे. So here we are having search with the mobile number. Yes, that is available. Great. And before that, we are supposed to uh, provide one thing that is going to be to आप लोग जब तक वो कर रहे हो विजिट एंट्री टू यहाँ पर हम लिखेंगे इनका टैग href is equal to index dot php. कब करना है ये क्लास में दे दोगे बटन. वापस जाने के लिए ग्रेट btn free mb free back to dashboard. मैं थोड़ा सा डिजाइन उसको अच्छा कर रहा हूँ बैठ के, जब तक आप काम करो दूसरा तो. सो आई जस्ट थिंक आई शुड डू दैट. बैक टू डैशबोर्ड, एड विजिट कहाँ गया था ये आपका, आउटपुट, यस स्ट्रीम चल रहा है, दर्शित को भी अब आउटपुट आ रहा है, ग्रेट। विजिट, एड विजिट, ग्रेट, डैशबोर्ड डन। डिजाइन अभी भी उतना अच्छा नहीं है तो मैं देखूंगा क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है। इसमें हमने बॉडी में क्या लिखा, बॉडी में कुछ लिखा ही नहीं, ग्रेट। सो इफ यू आर नॉट हैविंग एनीथिंग ऑन द बॉडी वी आर गोइंग टू गेट दिस प्रॉब्लम, तो मैं यहाँ पर लिखूंगा क्लास कंटेनर वाला, देखते हैं क्या आ रहा है, much better, good. So here we are going to search with the mobile number, and once we are going to click on this search we want to get something, so for that particular part we are simply going to अब मैं कुछ कोड फटाफट मैं लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पर, इसलिए तो सर्च के लिए, तो अगर आप सर्च करना चाह रहे हो तो सर्च करने के लिए आप करोगे इफ इज सेट, अच्छा सर्च कर रहे हो आप करोगे गेट से, हम करने वाले हैं, क्यों करेंगे गेट से वो भी मैं भी डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि दूसरे फॉर्म में जब विजिटर में आप क्लिक कर रहे हो, आप क्रिएट कर रहे हो, वहां से भी हमें सर्च की फंक्शनलिटी देनी है, एंड फॉर दैट पर्पज वी आर डूइंग दिस ऑन अ गेट मेथड, otherwise we can have the post method also, statement is going to be पीडीओ, देखो यहाँ भी वापस सेम आ रहा है कि पीडीओ आपने किया, प्रिपेयर करना है, प्रिपेयर करने के बाद आपको यहाँ क्वेरी लिखनी है, सिलेक्ट स्टार फ्रॉम visitors where mobile is going to be question mark, right? And then we are supposed to say $st empty, then going to be execute, एग्जीक्यूट का स्पेलिंग भूलना नहीं है सर, नहीं तो फिर से एरर आएगा, सर्च मोबाइल whatever your mobile number is going to be there, हमने क्रिएट और उसको पास करना है एज एरे, ताकि वो जितना भी आपका पैरामीटर्स हो इजीली ले सके। Then if I'm having the visitor, 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 विजिटर क्या आएगा, इज इक्वल टू डॉलर स्टेटमेंट, यहाँ से आप करोगे फेच, फेच होगा एसोसिएटिव एरे, ये आप जितनी बार आप खुद से बोलोगे तो आपको याद रह जाएगा, अगर नहीं बोलोगे तो याद रहना मुश्किल होगा। So if visitors are available, simply we are going to have this particular thing after the form, let's say again PHP, उसको चालू करो बंद करो, उसके बाद सिंपल यहाँ पर लिखना है if visitor, अगर विजिटर है तो क्या करना है आपको, तो उसके लिए हम लिखने वाले हैं div डॉट कार डॉट p4, उस div के अंदर जाके हम लिखेंगे h4 that visitor information is going to be question mark is equal to html स्पेशल कैरेक्टर्स को आपको रिमूव करना है, आप वो करोगे, उसके बाद लिखोगे विजिटर एंड देन द नेम ऑफ दैट विजिटर, आपके पास एक ही आने वाला है तो आपको उसमें टेंशन लेने की जरूरत है नहीं। Then we are going to say question mark this process, right? So visitor information is done. Now second thing, okay, what we are having a problem, and if it's pending from my side, so I'm just going to say this one question mark PHP and if and complete, great। अभी विजिटर की इन्फॉर्मेशन आ गई, उस इन्फॉर्मेशन को लेके क्या करना है आपको, उस विजिटर की इन्फॉर्मेशन को आपको पर्पस और जो किसको विजिट करने जा रहा है वो आपको स्टोर करवाना है, उसके लिए हम लेंगे form tag with the post, I don't want action because the action I'm going to write on the same file, आप अलग अलग फाइल बना सकते हो. गेट नहीं करना है, पोस्ट करवाना है, बिकॉज आई वांट टू हाइड दिस डेटा we display on the URL. Now we are having input dot hidden फील्ड में क्या होगा, आपको टाइप अगर आपने हिडन लिख दिया है, इनपुट कॉलन हिडन आएगा. यस, एच हिडन, तो ये हाइड रहेगा, आपको दिखाई देगा नहीं. सो विजिटर की जो आईडी होगी वो किसी को दिखाई देना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन आपको विजिटर की आईडी को एंटर करवाना है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू से सिंपल दिस, and here we are going to say question mark is equal to डॉलर विजिटर. विजिटर है, उसका क्या करना है, हमें आईडी लेना है. डबल कोट सिंगल कोट ध्यान रखना है, अदरवाइज थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम आ सकता है. ग्रेट. सो हिडन फील्ड इज डन. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू हैव div dot mb3 or not few, that should be div mb3, right. बीच बीच में कमेंट्स देखना पड़ता है, अदरवाइज आप कुछ कमेंट करोगे मुझे पता चलेगा नहीं. सो या लेबल पर्पस और विजिट. आप यहाँ पर मल्टीपल फील्ड्स ले सकते हो, मुझे भी उसकी जरूरत है नहीं तो मैं लूंगा नहीं. इनपुट टेक्स्ट फॉर्म कंट्रोल, यहाँ पर जाके ऊपर बस पर्पस. This is also going to be same, and this is going to be mandatory, so required. And then again copy paste the same thing to have this next one. This is going to be visited to. Add to. Great. यहाँ पर भी हम डाल देंगे visited to, visited to. यहाँ कॉपी करो, पेस्ट करो, पेस्ट करो, ये हो गया. उसके बाद हमें बटन चाहिए, तो या तो डे ले लो या तो आप सिंपल भी देख सकते हो. बटन सबमिट .btn सक्सेस फुल बटन चेक. ठीक है, बटन भी हो गया आपका, सबमिट हो गया. ये ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रेट. अब जब ये मैं क्लिक कर रहा हूँ बटन को, तो क्या होना चाहिए. सो फॉर दैट वी आर सपोज टू राइट द पोस्ट मेथड, एंड वी आर जस्ट सिंपली गोइंग टू से if टैब नहीं मार रहा हूँ मैं, इसको बंद करना है. डॉलर सर्वर, सर्वर में जाकर लिखना है आपको रिक्वेस्ट मेथड से आपको पता चलेगा किस तरह से रिक्वेस्ट आया, पोस्ट से आया, गेट से आया. हमें पोस्ट वाला चाहिए तो पोस्ट वाले पर लिखेंगे यहाँ पर, अदरवाइज ऊपर तो हमने गेट में लिखा हुआ है. सो इन दैट केस वी आर गोइंग टू डॉलर एम्प्टी स्टेट में बना दो, उसमें हमें जो डेटा मिला है उसको हम इंसर्ट कर देंगे. That is going to be prepared, because whenever you are taking the data from the user, we need to take care of this thing. और यहाँ पर मैं लिखूंगा डबल कोट में insert into visits, and the values are visitor underscore id, purpose, visited to. These are the values I am going to enter, and we are going to say values in bracket question mark one time, second time, comma, third time, and complete the statement. $stmt statement is going to be executed. एग्जीक्यूट, यहाँ पर हमें डालना है डेटा $_पोस्ट विजिटर आईडी कॉमा $_पोस्ट पर्पस $_पोस्ट visited to. These are the names which we are going to get, and then after, once this is done successfully, we are going to say header. In that header we are going to say again location index.php जो हमने किया था login के वक्त, same way we are supposed to have that thing exit from this particular part. So this is now ready to taste. I hope there is no issue. Great. Then after that we don't have anything, so that's fine. तो अभी रन करना है इसको, कहाँ गया भाई ये, हाँ ये रहा, इसको करेंगे हम यहाँ से वेस्ट, क्या आ रहा है यहाँ पर अनडिफाइंड, ओके ग्रेट, एड विजिट, कहाँ गया मेरा भाई एड विजिट को, हाँ ये रहा, विजिटर, ये तो रहा है विजिटर, कॉपी on the line number 32, okay great, 32 visitor is there, okay dollar, I forgot the dollar, मैं भी सोच रहा हूँ भाई क्यों नहीं आ रहा है ये हो गया। अभी मेरे पास डैशबोर्ड पे जाओ, विजिटर में जाओ, क्या नंबर है, ये वाला है, सर्च कर लेते हैं। मैं यहाँ पर वो डालना भूल गया हूँ बटन, मैं बटन डाल देता हूँ उसको भी। As you can see, we are getting this one. We are going to say simple button में सक्सेस प्रॉपरली नहीं लिखा है मैंने, आई थिंक सो, बटन सक्सेस, it sucks sometimes, yeah, visit nothing, visit to Raju, check in, okay, as you are on this particular page, we are getting this particular thing, time out टाइम अभी मेरे पास है नहीं, तो बाय डिफॉल्ट ये दिखा रहा है, तो हमें क्या करना है, वो टाइम अभी नहीं दिखाना है, राइट, सो वी कैन हैव दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्ट, we can write that particular code, so we can easily maintain that thing. अगर टाइम आउट टाइम है तो बताओ, अदरवाइज मत बताओ, ठीक है। तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, अभी फटाफट जाके इंडेक्स में जाएंगे और आपके इंडेक्स पे कंट्रोल पी, इंडेक्स, यस, कहाँ गया ये, हाँ ये टाइम ऑफ टाइम ये है, इसके लिए ये टाइम ऑफ टाइम ये रहा, कॉपी करो इसको, यहाँ पेस्ट कर दो, क्वेश्चन मार्क दिस, otherwise we are going to display one simple part which is going to be there। ये हो गया क्वेश्चन यहाँ तक कंप्लीट, refresh it, time off will be grabbed inside, good, so up to this, if you have any problem please let me know। so after this we are going to manage the, अच्छा मैं पहले कोड दे दूं, वो भी सही बात है, कोड दे दूं, कोड एडेड विजिट्स, please check this and let me know। थोड़ा जल्दी कर लेना ताकि हम ऑथ कर पाए आज इजीली, एजेक्स अगर नहीं होगा कोई बात नहीं, दूसरे सेशन में कर लेंगे, लेकिन आज के लिए एटलीस्ट मेरे पास ऑथेंटिकेशन हो और रोल मैनेजमेंट हो जाए, उसके लिए मेरे पास आधा घंटा है, सो आई कैन डू दैट, बट फॉर दैट आई नीड योर सपोर्ट। So once you are done till this, so just let me know visit added, visit added. You already done sir लिखा हुआ बहुत बार. So I'm confused whether you are having that message right now or we are getting that message that is the previous message. So, अगर हो गया है तो आपको लिखना है सिर्फ visit added. Please do that. Darshit, Krish, Rudra, and the favorite one, इसका नाम मुझे पता नहीं है, लेकिन yes, he is working. So let's see. 8 लोग अभी हो ऑनलाइन, तो जो भी हो प्लीज लेट मी नो, so we can just move ahead and complete the authorization part. Good smile. Is it ready? Is it ready? Yes sir, done. Okay, great. So ये आपने जो भी, अरे भाई नहीं पूछना है, वो राज को राज रहने दो. ग्रेट. ये जब सेशन पूरा हो जाएगा उसके बाद आप पूछ लेना पर्सनली रुद्र कि भाई कौन था बता देना, भाई रुद्र को बता देना जो भी हो, अगर रुद्र से बनती हो तो, नहीं बनता है तो कोई बात नहीं है. हाँ, रुद्र गेस करते रहेगा. सो नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू ऐड द ऑथ पार्ट. क्या करेंगे भी अभी हम, हाँ कोड आ गया भाई मेरा. लॉट्स ऑफ विंडोज देयर, या. So for the authentication purpose and authorization purpose, role management purpose, we are supposed to have here one more file that is auth.php. इसमें हम करेंगे क्या, यहाँ पर हम फंक्शन बनाएंगे जिससे हम ऑथेंटिकेशन ऑथराइजेशन इजीली कर सकें. तो उसके लिए मैं यहाँ पर लिखूंगा क्वेश्चन मार्क php और इसको कर देंगे, मेरी php फाइल रहेगा पूरा का पूरा. So simply I am going to have this require once, but obviously I want database connection config dot php. ठीक है, ये हो गया आपका. उसके बाद आपको चेक करना है whether that particular user is logged in or not, whether they are directly accessing that particular site. If yes, in that case simply I'm going to say is set dollar underscore session with the user id. हमने user id सेट किया है, अगर सेट नहीं होगा that means user is not logged in. तो इसके बाद हमने क्या यहाँ पर रीसेट किया, ठीक है, ये सेट कर देंगे. लेकिन इस सेट में क्या करवाना है हमें, we are supposed to simply write is set not is set, so that if that is not available then we are going to have it. And base name which is going to provide you the base name of particular thing, कि जहाँ आप कहाँ पर हो, तो आपका जो अगर लॉगिन होगा तो वापस से ये रीडायरेक्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. So for that purpose we are saying base name, and in that base name we are checking dollar server, and inside that we are going to say the self php self. So it will return the name of file on which we are. So we are just checking that particular thing is not equal login dot php. आप php पे नहीं है उस पर्टिकुलर login dot php पे. auth के अंदर ये हमने चेक किया है. अगर ये नहीं है केस तो सिंपली आपको लिखना है यहाँ पर जाके कर्ली ब्रैकेट्स में हेडर देना है, उसमें देना आपको लोकेशन और लोकेशन में देना है login dot PHP सिंपल। ये आपको क्या करेगा, रिडायरेक्ट कर देगा अगर आप लॉगिन पेज पे नहीं हो और आपका लॉगिन भी नहीं है। सो इन दिस आई एम जस्ट सेइंग एग्जिट, ग्रेट। अगर ये केस नहीं है, मतलब तो प्रॉपर्ली चल रहा है, तो मतलब आपके पास कुछ रोल होगा, तो आपको लिखना है फिर करंट रोल। सो टू गेट द पर्टिकुलर करंट रोल अंडरस्कोर सेशन, सेशन में आपने रोल स्टोर रखा था, यस। सो अभी उस पर्टिकुलर रोल को आपको वापस बुलाने का टाइम आ गया है। अगर है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, नहीं है तो लिखना है नल। सो व्हाट आई एम चेकिंग इज इफ द डेटा इज अवेलेबल, इफ डेटा इज अवेलेबल देन असाइन टू द करंट रोल, इफ दैट इज नॉट अवेलेबल देन असाइन नल टू द करंट रोल। ठीक है, उसके बाद हम करने वाले हैं परमिशन चेक। तो हम कुछ फंक्शन बनाएंगे, फंक्शन कीवर्ड। सो अभी क्या क्या करना है हमें, तो अलग अलग जो रूल्स हैं उसके लिए हमें करना है कि भाई वो मार्क आउट कर सकता है, परमिशन रिक्वायर है या नहीं है, डिनाइड है या क्या है। so for that purpose we are just going to check can register visitor, ये क्या रजिस्टर करवा सकता है नहीं करवा सकता है। उसके लिए हमने बहुत पहले एक इमेज देखा था यहाँ पर, ये रजिस्टर न्यू विजिटर, रजिस्टर न्यू विजिटर, रजिस्टर न्यू विजिटर, ये नहीं करवा सकता, बाकी के ये दोनों करवा सकते हैं। उसके लिए मैं यहाँ पर लिखूंगा फॉर एग्जाम्पल ग्लोबल वेरिएबल हम बना देंगे, और ग्लोबल वेरिएबल में हम करेंगे करंट वेरिएबल को सेट, करंट रोल को सेट कर दिया हमने। और उसके बाद हम लिखेंगे रिटर्न इन एरे, एरे के अंदर जो आपका जो करंट रोल है वो इस पर्टिकुलर एरे में है या नहीं है। वो एरे का मतलब है आपको एडमिन एंड देन गोइंग टू बी रिसेप्शनिस्ट, या बस डोर कीपर भी रख सकते थे लेकिन अभी के लिए ठीक है। तो ये हो गया आपका एक रोल, आप चेक कर रहे हो वेदर दैट इज यू आर अलाउइंग देम टू डू दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट और नॉट। ठीक है, दूसरा आपको रखना है कि भैया एडिट और वगैरह का रोल जो है वो कौन करेगा, सिर्फ एडमिन कर पाएगा। तो उसके लिए मैं यहाँ पर दूंगा अगेन फंक्शन कॉपी पेस्ट कैन एडिट और डिलीट करंट रोल जो भी है आपका। करंट रोल में आपको क्या करना है, यहाँ पर करंट रोल ग्लोबल वेरिएबल है उसको आपको उठाना है यहाँ से, लोकल वेरिएबल नहीं है। ग्लोबल करोगे तो आपका ग्लोबल वेरिएबल जो आपने डिफाइन करके रखा है वो आ जाएगा। तो करंट रोल इक्वल इक्वल सिंगल कोट एडमिन अगर है तो ही वो कर सकता, बाकी कर सकता नहीं है। एंड देन द चेकआउट पार्ट अगेन सेम थिंग एज द कैन रजिस्टर विजिटर। मार्क आउट, कैसे पता, ये रहा आपको मार्क आउट करना, ये है यहाँ पर है मार्क आउट, मार्क आउट कर सकता है, इसके पास पूरे राइट्स हैं, वो कुछ भी कर सकता है। तो अगर एडमिन है, रिसेप्शनिस्ट है, वो कर सकते हैं उसको। इन अदर केस रिक्वायर परमिशन व्हाट एवर कंडीशन, उसके लिए मैं एक फंक्शन बना रहा हूँ क्विकली, इसको सेव कर दो। क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग यहाँ पर कि अपने कंडीशन पास करें, कंडीशन अगर नहीं है तो उसमें लिखना डाई एंड विद द पर्टिकुलर थिंग एक्सेप्ट डिनाइड योर रोल डज नॉट हैव परमिशन फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्शन। अगर बाय डिफॉल्ट बाय मिस्टेक उसको कॉल हो गया है तो ये हमने क्या एक ऑथ बनाया। अब इस ऑथ को हमें यूज करना है हर जगह पे। जैसे कि मैं इस ऑथ को लेके चलूंगा पहले, सबसे पहले आपका इंडेक्स पे। इंडेक्स जो आपका है उसके अंदर आपने क्या करना है, सिंपल यू नीड टू राइट दिस पर्टिकुलर कोड टू चेक वेदर द थिंग्स आर वर्किंग और नॉट। ऑलरेडी आपने कॉन्फ़िग करके रखा है यहाँ पर, तो कॉन्फ़िग से अभी आपको बाहर निकलना है, दैट इज ऑथ वी आर सपोज टू राइट हियर इंस्टेड ऑफ config। क्यों ऐसा करना है, बिकॉज आई वांट टू just make that particular okay, so in auth we are having that particular config already, so just we need to authorize the particular person and then we are going to continue the things. तो ये हमने कर दिया यहाँ पर। उसके बाद हमें रोल बेस जो विजिटर्स आएंगे, विजिटर सब कुछ दिखाना नहीं है। अगर रिसेप्शनिस्ट है तो उसको आज का ही डेटा दिखाना, वो यहाँ पर आपके पास व्यू टुडेज विजिटर्स ओनली, व्यू ऑल दी विजिटर हिस्ट्री। तो इसके लिए हमने क्या करना है, यहाँ पर जाके एक जो क्वेरी हमने लिख के रखा है, ठीक है, ये आपने क्वेरी बनाया है दिस वन, बट इस क्वेरी के अंदर हमें रोल बेस मैनेजमेंट करवाना है। तो इसके लिए हम यहाँ पर लिखेंगे इफ डॉलर करंट रोल इक्वल 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 रिसेप्शनिस्ट, रिसेप्शनिस्ट, ठीक है। अगर ये है तो क्या करवाऊंगा मैं, तो उसके लिए मैं लिखूंगा डॉलर क्वेरी, ऑलरेडी आपके पास क्वेरी है, डॉट इक्वल टू ऊपर क्वेरी है, उसके अंदर हम क्या कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पर लिख रहे हैं वेर क्लोज, वेर डेट। अच्छा ये फंक्शन है तो इसको मैं लिखूंगा कैपिटल में। एसक्यूएल के अंदर आपने ऑलरेडी पढ़ा होगा, इज इक्वल इक्वल COR डेट करंट डेट। अगर आज का डेट है तो ये करना है, अदरवाइज ये करना नहीं है। आप यहाँ पर सिंगल कोड डबल कोड को भी लिख सकते हो। अदरवाइज इन अदर केसेस आई वांट टू अरेंज ऑल दी data in a particular format, so let's say is equal to order by in underscore time, descending order, right। ये क्या हुआ, यहाँ पर मैं भूल गया हूँ कंप्लीट करना, ओके ग्रेट। तो ये आपका इंडेक्स पेज हो गया है, इंडेक्स पेज में हम जा रहे हैं। सो दिस इज योर इंडेक्स पेज राइट नाउ, ओके। अभी मेरे पास ऑनर है, ऑनर पासवर्ड मेरे पास पासवर्ड 1 2 3 क्या हो गया, सेक्शन बुरा लग गया, ऑनर पासवर्ड 1 2 3। कुछ तो गड़बड़ किया मैंने। ये यहाँ से रिजेक्ट नहीं हो रहा, तो मैंने इसको चेंज तो किया नहीं, फाइल को, इंडेक्स को चेंज किया है। लोगिन इज सिंपल, पुश मेथड कॉल हो रहा है आपके पास, यहाँ से पेज किया अपने यूजर नेम वेट पेज करवा रहे हो, उसके बाद आपने किया वेरीफाई पासवर्ड, पासवर्ड एंड पासवर्ड, ठीक है। जो भी चल ही रहा था अभी तक, लोकेशन इंडेक्स डॉट PHP पे जा भी रहा था। तो इंडेक्स यहाँ पर कॉल हुआ है, यू कैन सी इंडेक्स कॉल तो हुआ है, वेट वहां से वापस आ गया है। तो इंडेक्स पे जाके देखते हैं क्या हो रहा था। इंडेक्स पेज पे हम गए हैं, तो हमने लिया है auth डॉट PHP, और हो सकता है auth में मैंने कुछ गलत लिख दिया। तो इन दैट केस auth डॉट PHP जो आपका है उसके अंदर हमने क्या किया है, इसको थोड़ा देर हम बंद करेंगे, रिक्वायर वंस, ठीक है, लॉगिन डॉट PHP में हो और यूजर आईडी सेट हो। सेशन में आपने यूजर आईडी अगर सेट नहीं है तो जाना है और यूज, ठीक है। तो कहाँ जाना है आपको, लॉगिन डॉट PHP में जाना है, एग्जिट कर देना है आपको, ठीक है। करंट रोल में आपने दिखाया है, करंट रोल सेशन से आपका रोल लेना है, अदरवाइज नल, यही सही है। उसके बाद हमने कोई भी फंक्शन अभी कॉल नहीं करवाया है, तो दैट मीन्स बाय डिफॉल्ट अप टू दिस वी आर गेटिंग समथिंग, ओके। कुछ तो लोचा हमारा, आज ने क्या किया भाई तूने, कंडीशन रिक्वायर परमिशन, रिक्वायर परमिशन नहीं है, ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रेट, एक मिनट, रिसेप्शनिस्ट, ऑथन चला गया है वापस। और ऑथन ने क्या लोड कर दिया यार। एक दो तीन, तो कोई भी लिखा ही नहीं है। That's current code। मुझसे तो सही लग रहा है। प्रॉब्लम कहाँ हुआ। रोल आ क्या रहा है। That we are supposed to print। सेट हम रोल कर रहे हैं, आई थिंक सो। लॉगिन पेज पे हमने रोल सेट किया है। सेट किया है। एटलीस्ट कुछ तो आया। इंडेक्स पेज पे जाके मसाला है ये। ग्रेट। Finally we are getting this data. So right now we are in a admin mode, so we are getting everything. Logout, once we are having logout, okay, logout I think बाकी रह गया मेरा. So on the logout we are supposed to write simple things. Logout बाकी. As we call, we are going to destroy everything. Desk user is going to have password 123. As you can see, we don't have other options over here like report and those kind of things. Then again logout, manager password 123. So based on that, we are just having this buttons, and for that we are doing this. Even the markout is not available. I just updated that particular index. Meanwhile, so as you can see over here is to mark out we are having this particular part, and the markup will be happen if we are having that authorization can check out. So if the receptionist or these things are available, then only we are going to mark out. And then same likewise, based on the role, we are saying that the button should be displayed. If the admin or the manager is there, then only reports are going to be shown. Then the can register visitor. So for this particular purpose, we are having this one. So based on whatever roles you are assigning, you are going to get and have the output. Right now, let me just quickly add these things into Git repo with role management. Right. Let's quickly just try this role management. A small topic is remaining from my side apart from the Ajax, which I just want to complete. So for that, we are going to have .env file. Right. Instead of writing everything in a config like this things, I'm going to have the env file, and with that env file, simply we can add the things like what capital db underscore host is equal to local host. Why we need this env file? So that is not going to be copy on your git repo, and no one is going to know your secrets. So whatever secret values you want to have, visitor visitor db, then we are having db user is going to be root, db pass is going to be empty. Save this. I'm going to create again one more thing, because on git this one you are having example.env, rename.txt. You just need to change this text from the GitHub repo. Okay, how to use it? So just go to the config, and on the config part, we are supposed to use this in a simple, like instead of this, I'm supposed to have this one. Here we are just providing the path directory of that env. So underscore directory is going to represent the current directory of this particular config, and then the root directory of this particular thing, and then we are having .env. The file if exists, then we are going to do all this thing. Otherwise, we don't have to do it. And we are getting all the keys like one by one, key and value, key and value. We are setting this into a variable, and then we are just using it. So it is better to have this. So otherwise you can just remove all this also, default things, right? Let's say 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we know that we don't have that with user 1 2 3 4. So even after this configuration, you are going to get it. So simply the questions part now. Do you have any questions till now? I hope mic is also on. Yes. Yeah, guys. Already 1 5 is there. The things, sir, add visit page is showing error. Okay, let me just check quickly on our password 1 2 3. Add visit. Okay. Add visit page was not found in the server. Wait, where is my code? Yes, this one. Add underscore visit. Okay. Yeah. The problem is the name with this particular file, so let me just quickly rename it. Now this is working great. Back to dashboard. I can do one thing. Uh, I'm having some updated part I need to update, right? So till now, whatever things are available, I'm just going to send you that, and after that, I will also update within like 20 minutes the remaining part, because or we can do that together. That is up to you, because I need to have the manage the users. I need to have this view reports. I need to have this visitor properly management, which is going to be based on the role. Not everyone is going to be allowed to have it, right? Even they are having the particular thing. So that is up to you. So let me know what we are supposed to do. Yeah, I can update the repo. Let me just do it quickly right now. First thing first, we need to add this one to get remote. Yes, this is the best way to do it. साथ ही साथ है, साथ साथ है. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. So we can do that. Great. So this particular index is now working properly. Now we are supposed to have this add. We need to add the additional part of that add visitor, which is going to be like instead of this, I'm going to say auth number one. Number two, I need to check the permission. So for that, we are having the method require permission with the condition. So simply this copy paste, and the condition is can register visitor. If yes, then only we are supposed to have it. Visitor is simply done. The message I want to add over here is this one. The visitor not found with the application number. We didn't have that one earlier. So now and add visit back to this is there. Okay, great. Trainer is okay. buttons and flex. Not found, register them first. So yeah, holding this, great. Not found, this one found, working, great. Back to dashboard. Now go to manage visitor. On this manage visitor also we want to add something. Visitor visitors.php, yes, great. In the visitors also we need to have this particular thing, show this auth, great. And based on the authentication, again we need to have that same thing like this one, can register, copy, paste. Then uh, for the admin we need to have edit mode. By default that mode is going to be false. And your visitors, display visitors, I didn't define it properly. It should be there with the empty one initially. So we are having the adding the visitor. If you want to delete the visitor, we need to delete it properly first. We are just deleting, getting the particular delete ID, whatever delete we are saying, and we need to check whether the edit or delete options are available for this or not. If available, we are just going to delete it, and we need to just read from the database. Then we need to delete the path, that particular thing, right? Unlink that particular thing, and then we are going to execute the delete query, and whatever message we are passing, visitor dot message dot deleted. In that case, we need to add two things over here. Message, yeah. For edit portion, we need to add something. Add edit. We need to set all the values to the fields, right? And for that, we need to update these fields to action. I need to add the back button and the title both. From this, we can have the add visit directly. Uh, Changes are there. Okay, great. So guys, you can just create the code from that repo and you can run it. Okay, let me just check quickly. So we can check that. We can mark that particular condition over here. Visitor is add portion. Add can register, yes. If column name or dollar mobile, yes. Right. So you can just have it. Now let me just again update this code to you. Okay, repo is updated with that constraint. Same thing, same kind of constraint you can add on the other forms. Okay, almost like only three viewers are there. Others are done. So that's fine. So let me just end this string and I will post this as a video publicly available. So whenever you want to again go through it, you can. Thank you to be here. आप लोगों का खूब खूब धन्यवाद. खूब खूब आभार आप लोगों में. आई होप देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन, राइट? जो लोग हो एटलीस्ट वो तो बात कर सकते हो कि नहीं है कोई प्रॉब्लम. एड विजिटर पेज इज वो तो सॉल्व हो गया है. सर वॉच टाइम कितना बढ़ा? वॉच टाइम सिर्फ 13 मिनट बढ़ा है ऐसा बता रहा है ये, डोंट वरी। 3 घंटे से हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो मुझे बता रहा है व्यू ड्यूरेशन इज 13 मिनट्स, सो आई थिंक वॉच टाइम थोड़ा तो बड़ा होगा, चेक करना पड़ेगा, बट दैट इज नॉट द बिग थिंग। वॉच टाइम के लिए वापस से वीडियो डाल दूंगा, तो जो लोग पूरा का पूरा देखेंगे वॉच टाइम बढ़ जाएगा, नहीं ट्रू। हाँ बोलो। दर्श दर्शित। आई एम वेटिंग, दैट्स फाइन। And rather than only watch time, if you like, you can just subscribe the channel, right? It will be great if you just subscribe it. So later on also I'm going to post some videos like this. I'm on the planning part of those things. अगर आपको लगता है कि भाई हाँ फ्रूटफुल है तो आप कर सकते हो, अदरवाइज दैट इज योर चॉइस। हाँ हाँ जरूर। Darshit, once you are done, please let me know so we can just complete the session, end the session. अच्छा, आपको डॉट ई अंडरस्टैंड करना है, दैट्स फाइन। सो द थिंग इज, जनरल केस में क्या होता है, जब आपके पास प्रोडक्शन लेवल का सर्वर होता है, आप जो सीक्रेट्स हैं लाइक लोकल होस्ट या जो भी आपके पास है, आपका टोकन्स होगा, आप जो भी यहाँ पर सीक्रेट कीवर्ड्स रखेंगे, पासवर्ड रखेंगे, तो वो सबको दिखाई नहीं देना चाहिए, राइट? सो फॉर दैट पर्पज वी आर हैविंग डॉट ई फाइल, एनवायरमेंट फाइल। अगर मैं एनवायरमेंट फाइल यहाँ पर रख रहा हूँ तो उससे क्या होगा एडवांटेज, को दूसरे किसी को कुछ पता चलेगा नहीं। और जब भी मुझे इस डेटा को यूज करना है डायरेक्टली मैं इस तरह से यूज कर सकता हूँ। ये इसने दिया हुआ अगर नहीं मिल रहा है तो आपको लोकल हॉस्ट लेके जाना है, आप इसको निकाल सकते हो, ताकि आप ईएनवी में जो भी लिखोगे, वट एवर यू आर हैविंग द डेटा अवेलेबल इन द ईएनवी, दैट विल ओनली पास ओवर हियर। ठीक है, तो उससे आपका डेटा एक तो हाइड रहेगा, सिक्योर हो जाएगा, और जब गिट पे जाएगा कोड, तो गिट पे आपका पीएचपी फाइल दिखेगा, लेकिन बाकी का दिखेगा नहीं। जैसे कि मैंने यहाँ कर दिया 123, मुझे पता ही नहीं 123 कहाँ पर जाएगा, राइट? मुझे पता नहीं यूजर है या नहीं, रूट यूजर रखूंगा या फिर कोई दूसरा यूजर है जिसका पासवर्ड है। अब जब सर्वर पे डालोगे ये चीज, तो सर्वर पे पीएचपी फाइल दिखेगी, राइट? और गिट पे भी दिखेंगी, तो गिट के अंदर आपके पास जो ईएनवी फाइल है वो नहीं दिख रही है। आप जैसे देख सकते हो कि हमारे पास रेपो जो है, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, लेट मी जस्ट चेक अगेन। ठीक है, रेपो के अंदर हमारे पास ईएनवी फाइल नहीं आया है। ये रहा रेपो हमारा लेटेस्ट जो भी है, यहीं पर अभी एक ही ब्रांच में बनाया है। यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो, यहाँ पर ईएनवी फाइल नहीं है। तो ईएनवी फाइल नहीं है तो उससे क्या फायदा होगा कि कोई भी अगर आपका कोड भी देख रहा है, बिकॉज राइट नाउ दिस इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल पब्लिकली, राइट? तो आपको जो लिखा है पब्लिक, राइट? तो पब्लिकली अगर किसी ने देखा भी, तो आपका जो क्रेडेंशियल्स है, सर्वर का क्रेडेंशियल्स, वो किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा। सो दैट इज द मेन एडवांटेज ओवर दैट ईएनवी फाइल। अदरवाइज यू कैन राइट दैट थिंग इनटू द फाइल, और लेटर ऑन जब भी, जैसे कि मैं कुछ और प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस यूज कर रहा हूँ जहाँ पर ये फाइल इजीली आप बदल सकते हो, अदर देन द चेंजिंग द कोड। यहाँ पर अगर आपको चेंज करना है कोड को, तो आपको चेंज करना पड़ेगा एक्चुअल कोड में। उसको पता होगा वो जाके वहाँ चेंज कर सकता है, ईएनवी फाइल कोई भी जाके चेंज कर सकता है। तो उसे बोलना है कि भाई आपको डीबी हॉस्ट वगैरह जो भी है, ये चीजें वहां पर जाके लिख दो, rather than changing the whole file और PHP फाइल या फिर पाइथन का फाइल, वो सब चेंज करने की जगह पे आपको पीएनबी एनवायरनमेंट फाइल इजीली चेंज कर सकते हो और सेटअप करवा सकते हो। प्लस सेम प्रोजेक्ट को आप 5 जगह पे अलग अलग तरीके से चला सकते हो, पीएनबी फाइल सिर्फ चेंज करना है। दर्शित, आई थिंक आपका डाउट क्लियर हुआ अब, या अभी भी कोई डाउट है तो बता सकते हो। हेलो। डन। ठीक है गाइस, थैंक यू। तो यहाँ पर हम स्ट्रीम जो है एंड करते हैं। थैंक यू फॉर हियर।